Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to be going over how to make so much money in GTA 5 you won't even know what to do with it all. What I mean by that is the game actually has a cap on how much money you can have both in your bank and on hand at one time, but you can have more in stock that allows you to basically go over that cap, just as long as you were under the cap before buying the stock. And the cap is $2,147,483,647 per character. You can spend money buying anything and then sell some more stock and get back to that maximum number. This guide can be used if you've already completed the Lester assassination missions, but if you have completed them, that means you will be getting far less money, but you can still make hundreds of millions of dollars, which means you can probably still buy anything you would want. We are not counting the Jay Norris assassination mission because that one is needed to progress through the story, and it is also worth noting you do not want to bother with any other businesses as they're not worth the time for the amount of money you get in return. So for this, I'm going to assume you have a general understanding on how the stock market works, but we will touch on a few things. So stocks go up and down on a daily basis, but we will not try to capitalize on these as they are completely random and not predictable. So we won't be trading any of these in this video. However, if you do want to try your luck, first you want to save and then buy a stock, pass some time. If it goes up, sell. If it goes down, or just reload your save. So you will want to check the stock price every time before you pass the time to know what the current price is, and then after you pass the time to check to see if it went up or down. The actual stock price from playthrough to playthrough varies, but the percentage gains remain the same. So you will want to watch the percentage change and not the price. The stock market is unlocked shortly after completing the mission called Friend Request, which is the mission where you take out Jay Norris. We got a few more things to touch on, and then we can start talking about making money. So you're going to want to avoid this area where I have it marked on the map. There is a random event where there is a guy with a broken down car, and he'll give us a stock tip, but we want to save that for the end of the game. Another tip is the more money you spend is the less money you can invest, which means less returns overall. So save as much money as you can. So this includes everything from guns to cars to clothing, tattoos, haircuts, whatever you can do to save some money. That's going to be a lot more money later on. Another really big thing that detracts from your money is dying. Every time you die, it takes away a certain percentage of your money. Once you get to a certain point, it'll just be $5,000 each time. But that is a lot of money and adds up real quick, and money's not easy to come by, at least at the start of GTA. So for anybody who didn't know, Michael sleeps for 6 hours, Franklin sleeps for 8, and Trevor sleeps for 12. And also when you go to save the game and you just back out, you'll still pass that amount of time, and it just won't save. And so what you want to do is go to save the game, and then if the price goes up, you'll actually do a hard save, which you save it. And if the price goes down, you'll just back out and then check the price again, because it will have passed the amount of time with that character. You can also do quick saves on your phone if you forgot to do a hard save. Now that we got all of that out of the way, we can talk about earning some money, which we can then use to invest and make more money. So I would recommend playing the game as normal until after the mission called Hood Safari, which is where Trevor gives Franklin's aunt $7, and then you would have to have completed the Merryweather heist, where Trevor steals an experimental weapon, and that is when the majority of these things become available, which you can do to make some extra money. So to start making money, we're going to start with Michael because he is the easiest. You're going to be doing the Epsilon program, which I'll have a link to the guide down below. But basically, once you get to the mission called Unknowing the Truth, they ask you to deliver a car, which you want to not deliver, and then kill everybody in that area and escape with the money, which will then give you $2.1 million. Next up, we'll use Franklin, so you'll want to go to this location where you'll start the bike theft random event. You'll want to turn the bike back into this guy, and he will give you $100,000 in stock, which you will want to then sell right away. Next, you'll want to head to this point on the map, which is in the northwest part of the island, and you'll want to buy the Sonar Collection stock, which costs $250,000, but you should have just enough after completing the jewelry heist and the bike theft random event. Then you'll need to collect 30 barrels of nuclear waste, which will give you $690,000, and once you collect all 30, it will give you another $250,000 for a total of $940,000. Alright, now it's Trevor's turn. So go to the dock you just bought with Franklin, and jump in the dinghy, which will provide you with a wetsuit, which you can stay underwater for longer periods of time. you're going to want to go to this location on the map. Once you get there, you'll dive down and swim around this aircraft hull until you find a briefcase which has $12,000 in it. Then if you go to this point on the map, you'll have to take care of a couple of guys, and in the back off on the hill there is a briefcase which you can pick up, and that'll give you $25,000. You will be chased again by some more guys, but just take care of them and the money is yours. Next up, there is an altruist camp at this location, and you can pick up people from random events, and you'll need 4 of them to bring here. That'll give you $1,000 for each person. Once you've brought your 4th person to the altruist camp and taken care of everybody, there will be a few briefcases around which you can get $100,000 from. For the next one, you're going to go here on the map, and you'll start Vinewood Souvenirs, which is with Nigel and Mrs. Thornhill. And on the last mission, they will ask you to make Nigel Thornhill disappear. He will offer you money twice. Accept the second time, pull over and let him go, and that'll give you $10,000. And then if you go to this point on the map, you can start another Strangers and Freaks by approaching Maud. She will give you 4 bounties which you can collect, and you can either get 5,000 or 10,000 per person, depending on if they are dead or alive. So you will want to keep them alive for this, as you get double the money, for a grand total of $40,000. Alright, now is the time where we're going to start earning some pretty good chunks of money. As a reminder, when we buy stock, we want to buy as much as we can. When we sell stock, we want to sell everything. And we want to buy it as much as we can on all 3 characters. So before starting the hotel assassination, which this one is required before you can move on with the story, so this one kind of doesn't count towards the assassinations that we'll save after we beat the game. You're going to sink all your money into BET, or Beta Pharmaceuticals, and then start the hotel assassination mission. Once you have completed the assassination mission, go back to a house, advance time for 12 to 24 hours, and honestly, for some of these, you're going to want to go further just to see if it goes up more, but for this one, you're going to sell out for about a 50% profit. Then you're going to advance 1 to 2 days, and you'll buy as much stock in BIL Bilkington, as that stock will have gone down by about 40%. Then advance time about 6 to 8 days, and the price will spike between about 110 and 130%. The rest of the Lester assassination missions will save until after the story is complete. After completing the mission Eye in the Sky, which is the one where you will use a police helicopter to locate a car to steal, you will want to buy VAG, Vangelico stock. Then a few missions later, after completing Minor Turbulence, which is where Trevor lands a crop duster in a Merryweather plane, you can sell it for around a 40 to 50% gain. A few missions later, after completing the mission Predator, which is where you're chasing some O'Neill brothers till they drive off a road, and then you get a chopper and a sniper, a new Strangers and Freaks mission for Franklin will unlock at this location called Exorcising Demons, which is a triathlon against Mary Ann Quinn. After that, immediately switch to Trevor and go to the location where the triathlon ended. There will be a random event. Take care of the guys, drop off the lady, and Trevor will get $60,000 very soon after. After completing the mission called Surveying the Score, which is where you scout the Union Depository, buy the stock GRU, which is Group 6, and you're going to play until you finish the mission called Fresh Meat, which is where you will rescue Michael from the Chinese. Then you'll want to advance 12 to 36 hours and sell the stock for a 15 to 20% profit. So for this next one, I'm not exactly sure on the timing of buying it. It's either after the mission Trouble or Lamar Down, so I would save after Trouble, and if it's cheaper after playing Lamar Down, just go back and replay that mission. But this mission is called Trouble. This is where they try to shut down the movie studio and steal the film reel. And the next mission is called Lamar Down, where you have to go way up north and save Lamar. After this, you're going to want to buy the stock of Fly Us, which falls about 50%, and then you can sell it after the mission called Meltdown, which is the mission where you're going to the premiere of your movie, for around about 100% gain. I don't know why mine is showing 36%, because if you look back, it was just $21, now it's $41. Regardless, 100% gain. From there, you will play through the rest of the game until you complete the finale, where you'll have 3 options. Option C is called Death Wish, which leaves all 3 characters alive, which is the preferred option, as you'll have the most amount of money. Once you have received the funds from Lester, invest into Augury Insurance AUG right away, because the stock will have gone down by like 40% from the heist. Advance 2 to 3 days in-game and sell out for around a profit of 100 to 120%. Now we're going to buy as much TNK, which is Tinkle, as we can. And now we're going to go to the spot we've been avoiding all game. You're going to want a somewhat decent car for this, as you got 2 minutes to get to the airport. Then you'll have to drive around in the area until a random event pops up. Then you'll pick up the guy, drop him off at the airport. He'll give you a stock tip telling you to buy Tinkle, which we already did. Then you'll have to go back to a house and advance time by about 24 hours. And then you'll sell the stock for about a 20 to 30% profit. So if you thought you made a lot of money from the Tinkle, just wait till you see these next four. So we're going to buy Debonair, DEB, as much as you can. And then we'll do the multi-target assassination. Once you complete this assassination, you'll advance time by about 18 to 24 hours, and you'll sell for a profit of about 40 to 50%. Then you'll need to advance time again by about 24 to 36 hours and buy RWC, Redwood. It will have fallen by about 50%, then you'll have to wait 3 to 4 days and sell for a profit of 250 to 300%. The next one we're going to buy is Fruit, or FRT. And this is for the Vice Assassination. So once you've completed this one, you can sell the stock right away or wait up to 12 hours. You'll get about 22 to 26% gain. After you've sold that, you want to immediately put all your money into FAC, or Facade, which will have fallen by about 20%. Then you'll need to advance about 3 to 5 days. Mine took 5 days for the best return, and you'll get about 30 to 33% gain. Now on to the bus assassination mission. So for this one, you do not need to buy anything beforehand. Just take care of the target. Once that's done, wait for VAP, or Vapid, stock to fall. And mine fell immediately after. Like literally, the mission complete thing popped up, and then I checked the price and it was down 45%. So I bought mine immediately. Then you'll need to wait 3 to 7 days. Mine took 7 days to hit the maximum amount, and you'll get 95 to 100%. Now we're on to the construction assassination mission, which is the last one. So for this, you're going to want to buy GCD, which is Gold Coast Development. After you complete the assassination, you'll want to wait 1 to 2 days. Mine took exactly 2 days to get to the top. And you're going to sell for about a 45 to 57% gain. And once you've done that, you should have billions of dollars with each character and hundreds of millions of dollars in your stock accounts. If you guys like this video, please be sure to hit that like button. Please be sure to subscribe, as I'm sure there's content that I've made in the past that you would like, and I'm sure there's going to be content that I will make in the future that you will like. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to watch another video, there's a random video on screen and another playlist. Please be sure to share the video, like it, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those bell notifications so you're notified when I upload. And until next time, peace.